Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Second and a couple. They'll go again with Gibbs. Loose inside the 30. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 9. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to 1st.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're 2nd and you want to be 1st, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The drive will start with an option going left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And from his corner spot, that was James Bradbury on the defensive side.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Lions will take over. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Looking for right, and he finds him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Williams, a man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Gibbs diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Joseph now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Allen. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Oh, twisting away. And that won't work out for big yardage, but a decent gain there on the trickeration.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers, it does it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33. Here's 3rd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Allen going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw out wide is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Allen to throw it. This taken in by Kincaid. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bills. From 8 yards out. And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Play action. It's Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's Goff. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Goff. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And just shutting him off there. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To the air, Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Allen off the play fake. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Gone. Buying time to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. Whoa, it still won't go down. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. That went out wide and intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Open man right side is St. Brown. And able to break one tackle but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That is caught by Laporta. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. St. Brown motioning left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Goff now looks to throw. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. off play action. Here's Goff. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shoves him aside. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now Allen again. That one complete downfield to Eskridge. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge, 57 yards. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Allen. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
48, Bills 36.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 115 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. And complete, right side to Cook.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
On the return is Williams. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss at
I like salsa, I'm a dancer, you pay fees for my big show, any visa for my Lisa.